Hello lads and lassies and welcome back to my channel as I'm Mr. Mayhem. Today we'll be ranking the DCEU because I saw The Flash tonight and we will get to my opinions on that in a bit. But before we get into this, if you do enjoy this, remember to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Twitter, links in the description. If you're wondering whether there's a fan here, I had to steal my mum and dad's fan. They're away right now. I need two fans because it is very hot right now, so that's why we're being joined by Mr. Fan. So first up we have Man of Steel. I'm picking this in S. I think Man of Steel is a fantastic film. It's a film that I've grown to love over time. I think Zod is a fantastic villain. I think Henry Cavill Superman is just perfect. And I just love the journey he goes on in this film. So it is a definite S tier. BVS again is... Well, not again. BVS is A tier. BVS is a film that when I first saw it in cinemas, I didn't really enjoy it. But then I watched the Ultimate Cut twice since. And I think that cut is the definitive cut, and I think it is actually really good. So I definitely put it in A tier. The fight between them is really, really good. You know, obviously the Martha stuff is a bit dumb, but that's just me. I find this film to be very, very entertaining, in my opinion. I love the character stuff, and I think it's actually a lot better than a lot of people give it credit for. Suicide Squad, I'm going to put that in a B. I've always really enjoyed this film. Although I do recognise some of its flaws, that being the awful editing and stuff like that. But like I do still enjoy this film, like fundamentally as it is, I do enjoy it. I've always really enjoyed it. I've had a long history with it in terms of I loved it when it came out. I was obsessed with it. I bought the CD, T-shirts, posters, I know. But I still really do enjoy this film. And it's a shame that Jared Leto never really got a proper chance to like spread his wings and kind of show what he can do, but that's just life. Next up was Wonder Woman. I'll probably put that in the... yeah, A tier. Definitely A tier. It is a great film. It was the first good film that a lot of people... It was the first good DC film according to a lot of people, but... you know, I'm not one of those. I've always liked the bad ones. But it is a really, really good first outing for Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot was great. The story was fun. The final battle was CGI trash, but the overall, the rest of the film is actually really, really good. I love the World War II stuff, and yeah, really, really, really solid film. Justice League is awful. You can... Especially when compared to Zack Snyder's Justice League, you can feel it like just being compressed into those 2 hours. Color palette's awful. The film is an absolute mess. It's just so rushed. It's really bad. I'm not going to say much more. It's an F tier. I think it might be the only F tier. I don't know, but Aquaman. Honestly, it's going S tier. I think this film is a hell of a lot of fun. Jason Momoa is the right amount of cheesy, but he's also very good. We're not going to talk about Amber Heard, but I think it's just a lot of fun. It's a gorgeous film to look at, and yeah, it's really, really good. And I've always had a lot of fun with it. I'm nervous about the second one, but we'll see. Shazam came out of nowhere and really impressed me. I never saw it in cinemas, but I caught it on Blu-ray when it came out, and I really, really enjoyed it for what it is. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, not much more to say on that one. It's just, I think Zachary Levi is perfect in the role. I love it, and it's really, really good. Birds of Prey, again, is going in A tier. This is just Harley Quinn the movie. It is great. It's a lot of fun. It's really good to look at. She's a gift. She is a gift as Harley Quinn. She's so goddamn good. And I just think that film was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's generic, but it is a lot of fun, and she just steals the show. She just carries that film. So, yeah, definitely A tier. Yeah, actually, no. Wonder Woman 1984 is a boring pile of garbage. I've only seen it once, and I just think it is just insufferable. The only thing it stops it from being the worst is Pedro Pascal, because I love Pedro Pascal, but the film was just boring. The villains were awful, and it was just really bad. Just not good. This is definite S tier. Zack Snyder's Justice League is a masterpiece. I loved it. Even though it's 4 hours, it is fantastic. It fleshes out all the villains really well and sets it up for another one, but doesn't, set it up and then do nothing with its own villain. All the hero stuff is fleshed out way more, and it's just a magnum opus of a superhero film. It is perfection, in my opinion. Suicide Squad is definitely S tier. I've only seen it once, but I had a hell of a good time in the cinema, and it's definitely in the upper echelon of those films. It is fantastic. The cast is great. The comedy is hilarious. It is just S tier shit. It's fantastic. These are all kind of interchangeable, but yeah, fan-fucking-tastic. I'm gonna rank Peacemaker as well. Peacemaker is definitely A tier. It is hilarious. John Cena is fantastic, and I'm so excited for season 2 whenever we do get it. Because John Cena he's so funny in that show, and he has great comedy chops. It's definitely an A tier show. Like, definitely watch it if you haven't. It is hilarious. If you liked Suicide Squad, then you'll love Peacemaker. Yeah, fantastic shit. I'm gonna put Black Adam in D tier because I saw it in cinemas and thought it was very boring. Watched it again with Callum and really didn't like it even more. The only thing that keeps me from putting it in F is me and Callum used to take the piss out of the trailers by quoting it all the time and just taking the piss out of all the marketing stuff, like the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. And yes, the only reason that stops me from going to F tier, it just feels so generic. The CG isn't great. I feel sorry for The Rock because he has been rooting for this for like 15 years, but it still doesn't stop me from... It's pretty bad. It's pretty fucking bad. Then we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This is going to go firmly in C tier. It's not awful. It's not amazing. It's just very safe and generic. But I did enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. Helen Mirren and the villains are just kind of eh. Shazam's character doesn't line up with his kid counterpart. It just feels a bit weird. But yeah, it's decent. Now on to the latest and most controversial DC film probably ever. The Flash. Now, going into this, I was somewhat looking forward to it. I thought the emotional angle could be really good. Heard really good things. Tom Cruise was singing its praises, blah 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 blah. Like, it's a lot of good reviews come out for it. So I saw it tonight, and it's gonna go. It wasn't good. It's probably like high D tier, low C tier. Like, I probably put here, like in the middle. But honestly, I just find it to be so messy. It just felt all over the place. The CGI was genuinely abhorrent. There were scenes where it was clear that the two Barrys were not on screen together. So why didn't they just put Ezra Miller in it? But they chose to do it CGI. It looks awful. The whole film feels like a mess and feels like it goes nowhere. It feels like cameos for cameo's sake. I did not enjoy it very much. And I actually don't see where all the praises come from. If you like it, that's fine. But for me, it's not good. It's not awful, but it's not good. Yeah, it. Didn't like it. And it was all shot for IMAX as well, which I didn't really know. But yeah, it just feels all over the place. It's a mess. Stuff happens that has no consequence. The villain, there is no villain. There is no villain. There is not. There's Zod, but he has 5 lines, and he's just there to get beat up like a fucking punching bag. Yeah, it's really not that great. And that's and this DCEU's just gone out with a bang. No, sorry, it's gone out with a whimper, not a bang. So yeah, But that's been my ranking of the DCEU. That's it over now. So let me know what your favorite and least favorite films are in this collection of films, and let me know what you thought of The Flash. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you do enjoy this, remember to like, drop a comment, subscribe for more. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.